It's Madden NFL 23, and we've got Javarius Wolf.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we hit Week 10 and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, you look at our quarterback matchup in this ball game, that's where the focus naturally gravitates, and I think we have a fairly interesting one here.
And I think for me, and this isn't an original thought by any stretch, and probably for these two head coaches as well, the key for them is going to be limiting the turnovers, limiting the free possessions. I mean, this isn't saying anything you don't already know, but you've got to be able to make the most out of your drives and see if your defense can help you out, take the ball away from the other team, and give you a few extras.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And leading them out is the fourth-year quarterback out of Missouri. Second rounder in 2019, Drew Lock.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Lock's throw taken in by Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Lock to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Lock going right back to Wilson. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Throwing on first down is Lock. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Second down and a run by Robinson. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Throwing now is Locke. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession.
Leading them out, the second-year man from Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 25 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Sitting 10th in the league in rushing isn't bad, but it's also not as high as where he knows he should be with how talented he is. There's definitely another gear there, and hopefully their game plan gives him an opportunity to hit it and put together one of his best performances of the season.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing, Jones. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And all of that, nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Cardinals! Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered. He just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 35 on second down, Jones. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Chubb will get the call, running left. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. And the Rams at 3-5, 2 games under 500. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Jones. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is caught at the 10-yard line.
Illegal touching. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Robinson now off the option.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
To throw it is Locke. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
Locke's throw complete there to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The numbers for Smith a week ago: 7 catches, 56 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Locke's throw is on target to Burks. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Locke going to try and throw on third down. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Robinson up the middle, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they are looking at a second down and 6 coming up. Block now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. Locke going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. He connected on his first, this from 41. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Take him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
After the turnover, here's Locke.
And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead, it's 2nd down.
Now Locke.
Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And a completion to Wilson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a big lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
On 2nd and goal, Locke. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the 2nd quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the 1st quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. You know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Locke. And they try to set up the screen, but that almost disaster as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, but it's 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
This one from 35 yards away.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They look to throw. It's Locke.
On the slant, Burks. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Complete to Traylon Burks. A gain of 14. 1st down, Cardinals.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
10-yard line.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 2nd down and goal. Locke. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Traylon Burks.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Cardinals continue to pull away here in this first half.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was Traylon Burks capping things off with a touchdown catch. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on.
And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lock.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone. And they hit him for the completion for the 1st down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lock. Caught by Wilson.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Again, they'll throw with Lock. And this is going to be incomplete.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones
going out wide, finds Chubb.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jones. And Ingram hauls it in.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
47-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. For Mac Jones, accuracy was more his calling card when folks were taking stock of the 2021 draft, but he's got a big arm as well, and he shows it off there.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This one caught by Davis. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets them up 1st and goal. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that they're very big trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Chubb fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
brought down at the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Evan Ingram, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Rams are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
McManus's point after is good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. He's now just 3 yards shy of 187 yards receiving on the contest and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. To throw in his lock. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Here's Locke to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 39. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. On 2nd and 9. Locke. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, Locke. It returns it right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done. And they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
James Robinson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The offense and QB Mac Jones running back out.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Jason Pierre-Paul, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Block going to throw. Wilson's got it complete.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carlos Dunlap from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Jones on the keeper.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They drive with Robinson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Taken down number 41. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Robinson with another carry. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Robinson now off the option.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Rams' 46-yard line.
Hand off now to Robinson. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines. and let's close this one out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Goodson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 26. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Down to the 22-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Goodson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Locke. Catch made, right side by Wilson. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That's good.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Back to throw again. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be real on him.
He's been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones.
That's caught. He finds Danny Gray.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones.
Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he's got it. And he's brought down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing, Jones. Escaping the... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. First down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So out now come the Cardinals.
They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. On the give, here's Robinson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He's temporarily at the 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
He's brought down over 31. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground. But both really started to come in sync. So for Arizona, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4.